I spent some time in the fitness industry, but I didn't feel like I was using all of my potential doing that. I just didn't know where I could start to expand the potential that I had. So I had an opportunity to jump into the commercial real estate world. And it was at that point where I started to see there's a lot of possibility here for me. But how do I figure out where I fit best? And so through the mentorship and kind of the partnership that has happened, it really opened my eyes on how to think from an open box perspective. So when you look at specific roles or specific industries that you go into, you see a hierarchy of movement and you start to visually place yourself somewhere. Whereas with this, I was more about how do I get a more well-rounded, complete picture and then decide which corner of the painting I want to go to. So it was really beneficial for me to hear perspective from you on not necessarily changing who I was, but opening up how I thought. And I tried to consistently apply those things in every action as it related to business. So what's the benefit? Does this line up with me both personally and professionally? And if it doesn't, which direction do I pivot to? And so while I've spent the last 6, approaching 7 years in real estate, I think I have a better foundation of where I best fit, but I'm still applying some of those practices to figure out, again, which corner of the painting do I fit best in.
Does that give you a greater sense of confidence?
Yes. Now I'm at a place where I enjoy who I am in that space. And so still, as I look to meet the apex, so to speak, I'm excelling here, but is this the best space or place that I can excel in? And so I continue to map out those goals. I think one of the hardest things for me at one point that's easier now is to be in the moment and still look at the future, where I was looking to the future because I wanted to get out of the moment. Let me just get to that next thing. And so as I start to understand, you can see how this platform can play out 3 years from now. And I think that was really something that you helped me with, to open up on not being frustrated with the current, but figuring out how that maps to the next thing. I think having had a chance to work for some pretty big name companies, you start to recognize that the body of work that they do is the same. It's how they approach that work that changes. And so, and I think that's where you came in for me. Think about it from a holistic standpoint. What does the big picture of the business look like? What part of that business is most intriguing to you? And how does that best match with who you are naturally? And so I think when I started to move those pieces around, then things became a little bit more clear for me. It started to be more fun, where I can now say I'm doing what I enjoy now, but this is not the dream yet. So I know that what I'm doing is building towards that, and it's just continuing to kind of compound over time.